Welcome to the Wakefield Doctrine, the theory of Clark, Scotts, and Rogers. This is a Themeless Thursday. We're following the style and trend in blog hops and/or posts to put yourself a alliterative title to your post and bring them on in that way. So it's Themeless Thursday, so we'll just go all over the place. This is take 2, by the way. I had a pretty damn clever description of Scotian females going on the other tape that you'll never see, but it's themeless, so that's in keeping with it. Video brunch shaping up for the weekend. If you haven't tried it yet, you really should. It's an interesting time. I'll say it that way because everything about the Wakefield Doctrine is interesting. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but it's always interesting. So if you like that idea, get in touch with us, write a comment. I don't care. We'll be around. And the way the video brunch works is the Google has a Hangout thing, which is a video chat. You got to get that installed on your computer, which will take about 3 weeks. They not being so user friendly, but once you have that, then in theory, I send out an invite. Come on down at. We've been doing this thing like either at 9 or 1 o'clock on Sundays, and there you are. There you are. We have no R's in New England. They're totally optional. So watch for that. Write us a comment. Ask us a question. So back to those damn Scotian females and Clark-like females. I was making a point earlier, keeping on the themeless theme, that in most cultures, and I actually put out a question. This is not going to make any sense, but I don't care today. The question is, does anybody out there know of any cultures that permit the female species in equivalence in terms of range of behavior in expressing or manifesting aggression? This is to the question of Scots. Scots are predators, as we know. The behavioral paradigm is that of the predator. One of their outstanding predominant characteristics is aggressiveness. Male Scots are obvious. You know, they look the part, they are the part. They're aggressive, physically, socially, sexually, the whole 9 yards. Most cultures that I'm aware of, which is an odd way to say it, isn't it? Most cultures don't permit the female to be as directly aggressive, not just for the obvious physical reasons, but for a whole bunch of reasons that I don't have the breadth of education and knowledge to address directly without sounding silly. So I won't. I'll just say that in most cultures, the avenue, and I was saying in the other tape that not only do most cultures permit females to be sexually aggressive within certain constraints, local mores and such, but they encourage it. That's considered some kind of a value to most cultures. And now, see, I'm way out of my league, over my head, beyond my ken. Note to anybody still listening. You notice I use the word ken in that context? That is a Clark-like aggressive move. I just found myself admitting to the public that I didn't know what I was talking about, and I threw in an obscure word. Table that for future discussion. Clarks are pretty darned aggressive life forms. We just try not to show it. So that takes care of the Scots. So the question out there for anybody listening is, if you know of any cultures that allow females to be as equally, directly, and or physically, however, aggressive as the males, not counting any specialized islands in the Mediterranean, then give us a call, write us a note. Over to them Clark-like females. This seems to be Female Thursday. They are quite distinctive by dress. I mean, we use fashion because, hey, you got to start somewhere. We have a joke that I tried on the last tape and screwed up, so I'm not even going to try it. Make an allusion to high-end fashion couture, and then throw in the word androgyny. And, Saint Marcel of the House of Androgyny. That's where the joke will be. Now, what the hell is the police doing here? So do that, and we're going to go back and see what the hell is going on. Oh, an accident. How stupid. Interrupt my taping by an accident. Jeez, how inconsiderate. Anyway, Clark-like females, you can spot them. They have an interesting choice. Oh, that's what it is. For Clark-like females, they'll focus on two areas of their physical beings. And the Scots are giggling at this point, and we'll just go right past that and say the head and the feet. You'll find the indications of a Clark-like female by those two areas. The feet are easy. Boots, combat boots. Comfortable, but combat boots. The kind of footwear that a Clark-like female's mother and or other person who has the right to say that will say, oh dear, you're not going to wear those, are you? That's the choice of many Clark-like females for the feet. The head is interesting. We use Flow on the commercials here in this country. Some insurance company has commercials using a Clark of the first order, Flow. And what the Clark-like females do is dress their heads up crazy. You've got a color that isn't found in the human eye's ability to perceive spectrum. Clunky joke there. That'll be the choice of hair color or streaks for the Clark-like females. The eyes, though. The eyes of a Clark-like female are kind of interesting in that they are, they sort of figure Scotian female eyes from outer space. That'll show you who the Clark is. You'll see with all Clarks, male and female, when you look them in the eyes, if they let you, and they won't, you'll see a distance. You'll see something that will tell you, if you have the brains, and if you're still listening, you probably do, to tell you that they're off somewhere. You know, my favorite story is about a Clark in an office I once worked in, and everybody said, oh, Diana, she is so stuck up. And I looked, and I'm the creator, so I spotted her immediately. And I said to Bernadine, friend of the doctrine, now passed away, no, she's not stuck up. She's a Clark. She's busy. And sure enough, when you look at it that way, we're busy. We've got things going on. Now, it doesn't have to do with the dimension that you're inhabiting, probably, but that's why Clark-like females particularly get that stuck-up thing. Now, the male Clarks, and I'll end on this. Now, we're kind of funny. Back to that reference to using the obscure word. We don't get the stuck-up thing. We get the condescending, arrogant thing, which we all love that shit. So, end of Themeless Thursday is over. Bye.